Okay. So once upon a time, there was this class foo with a member function bar, and it returns a string. And it was a good idea that this string is encoded in Latin and 1, right? So today, of course, we all know that we should use UTF-8 everywhere, right? So what can we do? The problem is our users, well, they still expect this to be Latin 1, so we can't just change our string to be UTF-8 from today to tomorrow. We're talking about large code bases here. So this is the plan for a large code base. Introduce a new class. Types, that's how we in C++ we solve problems, right? This class mirrors the interface of the standard string, and then we refactor all the functions to use U8 string and refactor, deal with all the places that used to have Latin 1 specific stuff. And once we are done, we can replace it with the string again, and hooray. So let's go. So this is our original class. And when we change this to U8 string, then this breaks user code. So what are we going to do? Well, of course, overloading on return type, it's just not possible, right? Would be great. So we have to introduce, of course, a new type. That's how we solve problems in C++. Now this type acts like a string or a U8 string. How am I going to do that? Well, quite easy. Just write a bunch of constructors and conversion functions, and U8 wrapper, that one can be constructed from string and can be converted back to string, which is of course still Latin 1. And a U8 string can be converted from U8 wrapper. So it doesn't matter how you write it. All those three functions here all can be used for implicit conversion. Okay, and it works. Great. Now we can use the function bar, which returns a U8 wrapper in both contexts, and it will have the right encoding. So then let's do some more refactoring. This is another function, takes a string, and we're going to have U8 string users soon, so we have to prepare in this library. Okay, so we just add another overload. We're going to get rid of that other one once we're done, but for now we have U8 string users that compile with my library. And this breaks user code. Well, originally I thought I make things better if I add another overload, but no. This one, it just can't decide which function it should choose. Remember, bar returns a U8 wrapper. So what we have here is U8 wrapper can be converted to string or U8 string, and both can be used with function G. What's that? Damn it, that's a diamond, right? Programmers hate diamonds. So, well, the solution to this problem here is to change the stitch string thing to a U8 wrapper again, or it's the second change. And now we can accept wrapper, we can accept string, and we can accept U8 string. So apparently, all you need is 2 overloads for everything that takes a string, right? What about this function? I think you know where this is going. Well, of course, we need all the combinations, right? Otherwise, we can still always have something where it's partly a refactor to UTF-8, and it doesn't compile here. Well, what about this function? I'm not going into detail now. The point is, I think this is the cost of too many implicit conversions. So writing all those overloads. And so I think the best is to try to avoid implicit conversions at all. That's it. Thanks.